Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the year, Season 2, Beautiful Book Geeks. It's been a whole year since you saw us, and everyone's already tired of that joke. So, welcome our guests, everyone. It's the usual roundup here of myself, Heidi Angell, and Amanda, but this time we have Lilian Oake.
Hello, hello.
Hi,
hello.
Lilian.
Hi. What's cracking?
Oh, everything. Let's see. I cracked YouTube, and then I cracked Facebook. And by cracked, you do mean break, right?
Yeah, I just cracked my back, not necessarily breaking, but it's really put me in a good mood right now. I'm so ready to talk.
Actually, right before we went live, cracked my breastbone. So, I mean, I think we're in fine shape today, guys. Everyone's stressed out. We barely made it on time because everything broke everywhere. Thankfully, the guest remembered that we were supposed to have a show today, and she reminded me.
We are killing this podcasting, let me tell you.
If we kill it anymore, it'll definitely be dead. But I was setting up today's, I'd like to go ahead and explain what happened, actually. I was setting up today's YouTube, getting it ready to go live. Saw that the time on it was wrong. The time zone was wrong. So I changed the time zone. And as soon as I did that, one, it switched me to Spanish. So that was difficult because I don't read Spanish. And two, I got a community strike. I had spammed or used spamming content.
How could you?
I have no clue. I'm just a spammy like that. But it apparently decided that our video, which wasn't a video yet, had run for 3.5 hours in time that hadn't happened yet. So that was spam.
Oh, because it wasn't actually playing, but it was going out as if it was playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how any of that works.
We're still trying to figure it all out
YouTube. Like, I hadn't even finished setting it up yet. Obviously, I had just, I had the little on. I was just trying to get the link for the Hangout when it locked up. And like I said, once I changed the time zone for my account, it turned to Spanish. And then all of a sudden, I didn't know what country I was in either. So when I tried to dispute the claim to see if I could, quickly get back on the air and be ready for this live show, it said no, because there was no video for me to dispute because I hadn't actually made the video. So I am now banned. The Beautiful Book Geeks channel is now banned from doing live stream until the end of April.
And you know what's odd about that? I was cleaning up my YouTube channel last week, and near the bottom of all my videos in my video manager, I had a live stream that's been running for 6.5 months.
Nice.
I think YouTube had a glitch.
But was it running for 6.5 months?
It wasn't actually recording.
In the past.
Right. It wasn't recording anything, but it's been streaming for 6.5 months. I deleted it, and I'm like, good Lord, I hope it never caught anything. If it did, I don't know where it went.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, 6.5 months.
That'll be something to find in like 20 years.
Well, hopefully if there's anything damning, it comes after I make it big. So, that whole any publicity is good publicity. So.
Right.
It's going to be like 6 months worth of Amanda picking her nose and scratching her butt and talking to her birds.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty accurate. But more licking my nose instead of picking. My husband told me yesterday he was going to start putting hot sauce on my nose.
Because you like to lick your nose?
I do lick my nose. And I don't do it on purpose, and I don't even notice when I'm doing it.
All right, now the real question is, how many people in the audience and on this show just tried that?
I didn't have to because I already know I can't.
Same here.
I know I can't, but I still try.
I still try to lick my elbow.
How are you? How are you gonna stretch the muscle if you don't keep trying?
My tongue is too short.
It's like tongue yoga, right? Toga.
He says that I was a cat in a past life, among other clues. But yeah,
I don't think it was a past life, dear. I think it's this life.
Probably, but regardless. But yeah.
Haven't you ever had a cramp in your tongue from trying too hard to lick your nose?
No.
Yes.
It is horrifying.
Yes.
You can get a cramp in your tongue?
You can. Yeah, it's like right in the back.
You can't control which way your tongue moves after that.
Yeah. I've gotten cramps in my tongue, but not from trying to lick my nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna use that sometime. I didn't know that was a thing.
I too have gotten cramps in my tongues from other things.
See, you're being dirty. I didn't even mean it dirty.
Then how did you mean it?
Well, so I am professionally trained as a vocalist and as an actress, and you have to do certain warm-up activities, and I am obsessive compulsive and would find myself doing them anytime that there was a chance someone wouldn't see or hear me. And, you know, just like with any muscle, when you overwork it, it will cramp. So, yeah, been there, done that.
Heidi, I completely forgot about mouth workouts. The ones that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
They do it to you, man.
Yeah, I forgot about those. I grew up singing too, and it's been years. I don't have to do those anymore. Because I don't.
I still do them. I'm bad. But, you know, it's great, especially, I should do them more often before YouTube. But when I'm doing my own videos, I'll do them so that I have less editing that I have to do. On live stream, I'm just like, mush mouth? Oh, well, they'll get over it.
So is mush mouth a real thing then?
Yeah, go back and listen to some of, especially when we did the late nights on B2B SciCon. And there are some nights and I'm like, I sound drunk and there's no alcohol in my beverage.
Oh, I just honestly thought that you were drunk.
There were a couple where I was slightly intoxicated. Thank you. I will own that. Yep. But there are some where I know
drinking live on air. It is awesome.
But there are some that I know for a fact that I was not drinking. And but the way I'm talking, I sound slurred. But when I get tired, I get horrible mush mouth. And I already have, as my vocal coach used to like to call it, I have a lazy mouth and lazy vocal cords, which is why I talk so deeply, because I'm actually a first soprano, but you would never guess that from listening to me talk.
Me too.
I did not guess that at all.
I am my mouth is like apparently the only lazy part of my body and my vocal cords, but yeah.
I actually heard Lilian sing too. She's pretty good.
Where did you hear me sing?
Oh, honey, I told you, your YouTube channel.
I don't have
auto
YouTube channel.
I feel
there
like
are two where you're singing.
Too. I think Rebekah's right because I feel like I've seen it too.
Yep. But when I'm writing, what I listen to is old YouTubes. You know, I go run down my subscription, but then I have autoplay on. So sometimes I'll end up in like 2012, you know, or 2008, before I even notice. But yeah, I'm sitting here writing one day and all of a sudden someone's singing in my ear and I'm like, what the? I click over and it's Lilian.
Oh, I think it was the Once Upon a December. I think I know what you're talking about.
I've seen that video.
Yep,
Somebody
I think so.
One. I do that.
That was probably me.
But I'm really bad about this is why I don't do audiobooks too, because I put it on to zone out. So I won't notice stuff that's being played. And it's bad because I originally started doing it so I could comment on other booktuber stuff and, you know, engage with the community and everything. I am such a lurker. It's bad. It's so bad.
I'd also
But
like to
yeah,
point out
I do the exact same thing.
there's one where Lilian is rapping in bed. It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, the one, it was in the car, wasn't it? Amish Paradise?
That was a different one.
Which,
I'm not sure I would consider
I
Amish
feel like
Paradise
you
a
know me
rap.
better than I know myself. What are you
Like
finding?
I said, it's really creepy how much I know about some of you.
What
people.
Rebekah does. She is like the ultimate, I don't want to say stalker, but I'll just say
I'll say stalker.
She's got a fabulous memory too, though.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, she can talk about things or see things or hear things and then remember them months later as if it had just happened.
If anything happens while I am reading or writing, it is saved forever.
Which, as I always tell you, makes you a perfect person to be like an agent. Especially for someone who has a series and they, need to keep all their facts in check. And then, they need the agent who just remembers all these things.
Or
It's also a great networking technique.
Yes.
That's why I love Rebekah.
oh, that too. I was gonna go with keep an alibi straight, but that works too.
Alibi, yeah, alibis.
all
too.
good
I have my pre-alibis straight. Don't worry about that one, sweetheart. I've got them saved up until like 2050. I'm good. Just have to update a few documents, get them re-laminated, and I'm fine. Have you guys ever seen my criminal record?
Oh,
Not yet.
I'm dying over here. I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm still stuck
That's
in
because there
Donkey
isn't one.
Man. What's Donkey Man? What?
Documents.
Oh, I thought you said Donkey Man, and I was like,
Donkey Men. Those are like the. Wait, this is Heidi's channel, not mine, so I'm gonna keep it clean.
Y'all are killing me. I'm sorry. I'm on muscle
That's what the
relaxers.
Donkey Men said.
I'm on muscle relaxers from a back injury. And
Heidi made me laughing this much isn't a good idea right now.
everything is just. I mean, you guys make me laugh normally, but I'm like crying over here. I can't even breathe. I may just have to sit out the show and laugh.
I keep telling you guys, the more you drink, the funnier I am.
The more we drink?
Yep.
But I don't drink.
oh, it doesn't matter what you're drinking, coffee, tea, soda, whatever. She just gets funnier and funnier.
Oh, good. That's how I am if I'm like lying down. I could be either on my stomach or on my back and somebody says something and I'm just dying. Everything's funnier when I'm laying down.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I've been like that my whole life. I've had it used against me. And everybody
Maybe
said
that's why you burst out laughing after that rap song in bed. Might have also, I think you were laying down with a baby.
I'm trying to remember when I was in bed rapping.
Well,
I
it was
guess
like
technically it's
super
something that we do.
duper short. It was like 9 seconds. And you're laying there looking all sweet and everything. And then you just like burst out, angry face, with the chorus. It was awesome.
What was that?
Lilian has an angry face. I can't see her with an angry face.
Are you talking about my John Cena video?
No, that was a different one, which was also hilarious.
I don't remember. I do have an angry face, though. I promise.
She does. It's cute.
Every mama has to have one, and oh my gosh, you have a horde of kids.
Her angry face is different than her mom face, though. I've also seen the mom face.
Well, but see, all moms have mom face, and then they have angry mom face, and then they have their regular angry face. You have to have all these different faces.
I also have a angry face. A fake angry face, I mean.
Yes, I've seen that one too. That one makes me laugh too.
Now I'm picturing.
It actually, part of the reason it makes me laugh is because when you make it, I'm like, she got that from Josh.
What?
Totally. When you make that face, I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
those two are together.
To mimic Josh's.
Those are totally, yep. That's actually how I figured out you guys were a couple. Honestly.
Yep.
For the
The same fake angry face.
I didn't realize that the two of you were a couple before you started doing your cute little couple pictures together, which by the way, so cute. Make me want to cry. They're so cute. But yeah, I saw you make a face and I was like, wait a minute. That looks just like Josh. Nobody could copy an angry face like that unless they were intimately involved in the angry face experience. Because I do the same thing to my husband. When he gets mad, I make that face at him and it's his face and it makes him laugh. It's great. But I about died laughing when I finally made that connection. I felt so smart. And then
Real soulmates become doppelgangers of each other.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of do.
The lesson we're learning here.
Yeah. I mean, you start picking up each other's mannerisms, and then boom, there you go. It's usually with the fake stuff, you know, because you guys will do it back and forth to each other for so long that you just start mimicking each other.
It's like fans that quote stuff back to each other just to be in the in crowd. It's the same idea. Yeah.
It's that herd mentality thing going on there.
Mr. Darcy finds you all extremely fascinating. I just want you to know that.
Hello, Mr. Darcy. Can you sing for us too?
He's like, no, I'm just listening. He's cocking his head.
Well, I'd sing for you guys, but I don't want to chase off our few fans that we already have.
Every time I see your birds, I want one. And then I remind myself that I get frustrated enough with human children. Maybe I don't need pets yet.
Yeah, it's hard when they're all still little. It's easier now that mine are like almost adults and I can ignore them without it being illegal. So
no, I wish I could say that. I found that mine have gotten more difficult as they get older. Actually, there was a meme going around on Facebook. Lilian might have been the one that shared it. No, maybe it was Rebekah. Anyway, it was talking about parenting teenagers. Oh, it might have been Amanda. Somebody shared it. Anyway.
I know Joe.
I'm not going to even keep trying to figure out who, but it was welcome to the parenting of teenagers, eye-rolling sighs, dirty looks, and complete disrespect. And that's just on the parent side. I was like,
yes, I saw that.
Yes, that's me. Oh my gosh, that is so me. I have become so passive aggressive as the parent of two teenagers because, if you say anything, they're going to argue with you. And I get so sick of arguing. And I'm just,
that's what I have to do with 10-year-olds already.
Bite my tongue so hard. Yeah, it starts about 10 and it gets worse. And I'm dealing with a 16-year-old and I'm just like, you know what, dude, whatever. 2 more years. I'm just counting it down. 2 more years. I love him. And I'm really looking forward to when he's 25 and his brain catches up with his desires and I can just be like, can we be friends now again? Can I not fight with you about every single thing anymore, please?
It'll happen
again.
Maybe that's why I get along with teenagers so well, because I've got no problem fighting.
Well, that, and you've got that whole cool aunt vibe going for you. So I could totally see you getting along with teenagers.
And, I get along with other teenagers. My kids' friends think I'm the coolest parent ever.
Well, that's me too. I'm not like regular moms.
Yep. It's just my
kids.
I
was just saying yesterday, I'm ready for kids to be adults.
Yes.
Speaking of them, I had planned on reading a little bit out of my favorite book of Lilian's that I don't even attempt to say the title out loud because I don't want to mess it up. But I bought it before I even knew it was Lilian that wrote it because I had a blue butterfly on the cover.
Oh,
that's my thing.
I've met Nahtai.
Yeah, but one of my said teenagers stole it out of my office, and I don't know where she has it. My other teenager stole my whole Thrice 9 Legends set, so.
My husband keeps walking off with my Thrice 9 Legends. It's like he thinks he can read it too or something.
Men. Did you see the picture of what will be Nahtai, Amanda?
No,
I don't know if you're in the group.
Oh my god, you guys!
I have I have the link, the one that's you have it posted twice down in the description, Facebook group. And I have somebody doing a something that I'll be able to put on like merchandise and stuff, just like a little character, a version of Nahtai. And she's only done like her lips and her face that, with like detail with color. And oh my God, it's just looking so gorgeous. I'm just like, I cannot wait for this thing to be done. I'm so excited. It's not going to be the new cover though. The new cover, I should be getting the first hard sketch this week. So, which will also be in that group.
Gotcha.
So if you want to see these things, you have to be in that group.
Am I not in that group? I know I'm in Josh's group, and I always assume I do everything in pairs with you guys.
You have to go in. Hers, I've had the problem with seeing hers too. And I had to go in and make it a preference so that I see it as often as Josh's. I don't know. Do you not post as often as Josh does, or?
I started posting like several times a day for this last.
I don't
like,
think anyone posts as much as Joshua.
Are you?
Amanda, I just added you.
Okay. Are you posting your author 365 stuff there? I know I keep doing that every now and then.
No, that's just my page, my regular page.
Well,
yeah,
then
she has a group, but you have to set the settings.
Yeah, my group is closed, and you have to be accepted to get in.
Maybe that's why I don't see it as often. I mean, I had to go in and change the preferences because with it being a closed group, maybe that's why. Because I've been trying to. Facebook makes me mad. I get so tired of all the political drama posts, and I have worked really hard to cultivate a book community on Facebook, and I never see book people stuff. I see sponsored ads, and I see stuff like that, and then the drama, but I don't see people's book stuff that I specifically asked to see. And as a reader, that makes me mad. As an author, it's just like, that's why I won't put money into Facebook. But as a reader, it makes me mad because I don't subscribe to the political nonsense. I don't subscribe to, the drama and the crap. I want to see when people have new books coming out. I want to see when they share these cool character spotlights. And I'm not seeing that stuff unless I go in and make them preferential. And I have a friends list of over 800 right now. And I have to go back through and fix all of those because Facebook changes its stupid algorithms.
I'm sorry,
yeah. That's the meds kicking in. But it makes me mad. Like, I got so upset because, and then I get 3,000 notifications a day. Seriously. It's ridiculous.
I'm really surprised that Goodreads hasn't taken advantage. There is a lot of discontent across Facebook among readers and writers and publishers that I'm really surprised that it hasn't really start growing on another network like Goodreads is already established for this community, because almost nobody on Facebook is happy that are on it for the purposes that we are.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's both sides of the aisle. It's not just the authors that are upset with Facebook. Readers are upset with Facebook.
Exactly. Oh, I'm definitely upset. One of my favorite authors, she even posted, she was like, I don't even know if my stuff's getting out anymore. I had a book release. I was like, I've been waiting for this book release. Where is it? So I went to her page and I scrolled down through her feed. It's not there. Only she can see it.
That's ridiculous. I know I have things that I post and I go back and look for them and I can't even find them.
Well, she said she can still see it because I asked her, I was like, look, I've gone to your page twice. Can you please tag me in it? So she did nothing. Her post just fell into a black hole.
That's crap.
Even if she shares her post.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
No one can see it.
I had one that I shared on a bunch of different groups. And it, in the little analytics thing, it was showing that it's gotten 12 views in a week. And usually I get like 68 to 100 views without even sharing. And I was like, this is crap. But they want me to pay for because it was a link to a giveaway and it had the word giveaway in it. And it's not for me. It's something that I think readers would like. And it's something that I entered because I want the free giveaway thing. But it's not. I'm not going to pay to boost that post because it's not a benefit to me. It's just a benefit to my readers.
Right. And there was also an algorithm update this month.
Yeah. Like AF Stewart just said just reminded me in the live chat here. She had a party this past weekend, right? And I was attending it. I was not getting notifications of when things popped up. Unless one of my friends posted in her party, I wouldn't see it. So I'd have to keep going to the events, to the events page, find her party, and then go in there and then scroll down and see all of the things I had missed. And it kept happening.
What I did notice though, this last month, I tested it a few times. When you post one thing in the morning, like for the first time after a long time of not posting because you've been sleeping, you're going to get more views and more people actually being able to see it. If you post something right after that, within maybe even an hour, nobody's going to see it unless you comment in it yourself, or you like it yourself, or you get somebody else to come and comment on it. But you have to have a certain amount of time in between each post for it to actually be seen by most of your page. And well, not even most of it, by a fraction of your page. Some of my things that I post up, if I post it a long enough time away from the last one, then I'll get maybe 40, 50 reactions or, more comments on it. But then if I post something else, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, nobody's going to see it. And I end up just deleting it because I'm like, okay, well, nobody saw it. Nobody, it's not getting out there because it was too close to the other one. And then I'll repost that same thing, maybe 4 hours later or something, or later that night. And then it's everybody suddenly, chatting or really interacting on it, which really just, goes to show that they're really just not seeing it. It's not like you're just being ignored or something. People are just not seeing it if you're posting too close together.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I've been posting on Facebook only once a day to try and resolve that.
Heidi is. Ooh. Am I also echoing?
Yes, you are. Oh, I am too.
Am I?
No.
It's fixed. It was just a lag in the internet, probably. It happens sometimes.
Gotcha. Lilian, I'm looking at the sketch and it is gorgeous.
Isn't it so pretty? I'm so excited. That's just the up close. It's going to be like a portion of the body on there. She just got her arms crossed. She's all pissed off. How she is throughout most of the book.
Yeah. And I love the blue. Blue's my favorite color. I love the blues. So you're changing the cover to this book?
Yes, I'm rebranding all of it. I'm going to actually get it actually edited by professional editors. And then I have the cover being worked on by an artist from Blizzard. So,
okay.
World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, those people.
Diablo 3.
What?
Diablo.
Yes.
Diablo.
Yes. So I'm so excited to finally see what it's going to look like. But I intended to do this. I just didn't really know it was going to happen right now. I had just happened to come across this artist and I started talking to him, and he's a fellow Romanian. And, he told me he had time, and I was like, you know what, let me throw this idea at you and, see if you can run with it. And so we talked for a little bit. He said he'd totally do it, and he'll do the rest of my covers for all the J-Dor series. And I'm like, heck yes, this is going to be freaking amazeballs. So jumped on that, and I'm going to get the first real sketch of it sometime this week. But this is a different artist from what you're seeing in the group, from the Nahtai image. This is what I'm getting done right now is just something to put on merchandise and to sell prints and things like that.
Gotcha.
Just, if I could ask for one thing, just don't let him put shoulder pads on her, okay?
Oh God, please no.
Shoulder pad.
You don't play WoW, do you?
I do. Well, not for a while.
How their shoulders are.
I used to play a lot more, not so much anymore. Oh, the shoulder pads from all the characters that they give everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Nahtai, she's she should be, let me think. I don't know, you're going to really see what she's wearing in the book cover.
No.
In this picture, she's got sort of like a little pirate fairy look going on. So, but the cover, I think, is just going to be mainly an up close, and you see some of the other characters in there too. I haven't seen the actual sketch of it yet, so I'm over here just twiddling my thumbs.
Oh, that's gotta be hard.
Yeah.
But I'm excited at the same time.
I
I've really learned to... Sorry, go ahead.
I once had to wait 2 hours for my book cover to get done by somebody else, and thought I was going to explode. I can't even imagine days.
It's been a couple months for me.
Oh, even worse.
I talked to him like 2 months ago, I think, about it. But I think I've just sort of taught myself how to pull away from, certain things to have more patience. I've taught myself how to be more patient. Yeah,
I've learned that if you keep yourself busy, then the lack of patience doesn't have time to percolate in your brain. That's what I do. And then I just set reminders to remind myself to check in on stuff because keeps it easier.
So, Lilian, your last book to come out, was that the Dragon Cager? Was that the last one you put out?
My last publication?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you have coming next?
I'm starting, I should have the first book in the Chronicles of Jador, which should be three books. It takes place in Jador in the same world as Nahtai and An Ogre's Tale and Bounty of the Everdark. I also have something coming out in an anthology that's also going to take place. But I'm not technically allowed to talk about
your anthology?
No, I'm technically not allowed to. So shh. I didn't say anything.
I don't know anything.
So it takes place in Jador, but it's a portal fantasy. So half of it takes place in Jador, and the other half takes place in the modern world.
Oh, that's awesome! I like that you work all in the same world.
What was that?
I like that you work all in the same world. As a reader, I enjoy that because when I hop from story to story, I feel like I have more familiarity with the world, and I think it increases the way that you visualize the stories as you read them.
Yeah. Well, I've had this world planned since I was like 13.
I remember you saying that, but I had a name on the map, right?
Yeah.
The original map
really get my mind out of it.
That's great. I love it.
Ever since she fell through that portal.
Right.
What was that?
Ever since you fell through that portal, you've just been dreaming of home.
Oh, yeah. I never sent you after that, did I? I'm sorry. We've had all the kids here for the last how many days? I don't know. And
all 9 of them?
Just cannot work. 6 of them. 6 of them were here over the whole weekend and yesterday. Today, they, went back to school. But tomorrow is probably going to be a snow day, apparently. So they're back home tomorrow. Which, part of me is like, yay, they all get to be home. I don't have to spend 2 hours on the road driving. But then the other part of me is like, oh, great, I don't get to work.
I get to spend all that time instead keeping the kids calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others. They often keep themselves, busy, and it's just like when they're all home for so long is when they all get sort of like
stabby,
antsy, and all in our business.
Oh, mine gets stabby.
Yeah, one of ours gets stabby. She's the only one that's getting to that age.
I get stabby.
They just killer age.
Yeah, she's
the redhead, isn't it?
It is.
Last night, my husband, my 18-year-old son is still here at home because I have some schooling for him to finish up before I let him leave for the Navy. And he wants to be a marine biologist, but my husband told him he should be a forensic scientist so he could talk about the interesting cases with us. We watch Forensic Files every single night when we go to bed. And my son was like, maybe I'll be a blood spatter analysis. And he winked at me. And it was like kind of cute and kind of creepy.
Dexter?
He was making a Dexter reference.
I have to see this show. Everybody talks about it all the time, and I've never seen it.
Oh, I love Dexter.
Really thought I wouldn't like it because I'm not really into the shows where the main character is the bad guy. But he's kind of a good bad guy.
How did you read Josh's books?
I love
Me?
It's a fair struggle. Fair struggle.
You know, oh, Heidi, you haven't even read Soul Purge yet. Yeah, Soul Purge has an anti-hero also.
I haven't read Soul Purge either.
Just because it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, you know I got my cover. My cover's done.
Yay! I need to check that out. It's on there.
I love it. I love it so much.
Why do I hang out with all these authors if you guys aren't gonna like keep me informed of this shit?
Nobody knows. Oh well, everybody knows now. It just got done yesterday, day before yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's literally just got done.
Yeah, it's
I was
so beautiful.
super busy yesterday.
I'll maybe I'll.
And she hasn't
somewhere secret
publicly yet at all.
No.
It's but
I'm not public.
Still posting. She didn't even post it in the semi-public forum on our Slack group.
Yeah, have you seen it, Heidi?
It just got done.
The new version?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's
no, because I've only been able to sit up for like 2 hours at a time to do stuff, and my smartphone is not as smart as it should be, so I'm really limited on what work I can do.
We used the first one, the one that you liked.
Yes.
Tweaked it with some of the things that I wanted added. And I changed the font to the font that I wanted, or I didn't change it, but the font got changed to the font that I wanted for it. And it is perfect, but my back blurb is a bit much. I need to whittle it down because it takes up the whole.
I did see that, and that's one of the things that we're gonna
it didn't seem that big on Google Docs.
Of course not, because Google Docs is 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I got so excited thinking about Soul Purge, I gave myself the hiccups.
I didn't know that was even possible.
Right.
Rebekah teaches me.
I am a font of knowledge.
Back to our guest, Lilian. Lilian, tell us about your goal to hit, 40 cons this year?
Yeah.
And how's that going?
This is our only, this last weekend that we just passed by was our first and only, I guess, peaceful time for the next 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna be at a con for the next 4 weeks, every weekend. We're still waiting to hear on some other ones. But let me see. I mean, past that, I think after 4 weeks we have a break. And then starting in, let me see, there's Shelby, Charlotte, Carolina, Statesville. And then we're going to have, hold up, there's no break. What are we talking about here? There's on the 20th to 27th, February 4th, February 10th, February 16th to 18th, 24th to 25th. And then the first weekend of March. Then we have a little break, or we have a weekend off. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 right now. 12, make that 12 right now that we're still filling in some of the free weekends in between.
Wow. Are you guys coming out to Lexington in July?
Lexicon?
No, the legendary, Lexington Legendary Book Bash in July?
Lexington, Kentucky.
I don't, that's not on the list here. Hold on, let me see. I have to make a note of this. Lexington Book Bash?
Yeah, it's a Lexington Legendary Book Bash.
Lexington Legendary Book Bash. I'm going to
actually know quite a few people going there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to play on the whole hometown girl aspect, doing my first book release in the town I was born in.
Awesome.
I'm seriously tempted to drive up there.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back. I might have a stupid live TV interview on a local news station. I'm waiting for them to follow up.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I have a hard time doing 3 or 4 cons a year, so 40 a year is just. But I'm out west too, so it's like 7 hours drive to the next closest con in Salt Lake.
I think that's our issue right now is that everything that we're going to now is here on the East Coast. So And then like a couple of them were out in like, I mean, we did Louisiana last week or whatever, 2 weeks ago. But they're all pretty much, but there's one in Tennessee. There's one in Cincinnati, and everything else like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Are you coming to the Cincinnati one?
Yeah. We're signed up for that already. Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 14th to 16th.
Okay. I will make a note of that because I live 20 minutes from Cincinnati.
Woo! Yes, come. Let's party with children around. It's less party-ish, I guess, that way, but you know.
I was going to ask, do you take your kids with you when you do the cons? I mean, are they like...
We do. We God, babysitters are so expensive. Which makes it really hard because we can't go to the after parties that you really need to be able to go to for these cons with the other authors that are there.
To be able to network, yeah.
Yeah. Which
I
really...
have 5 acres and some fencing if you need to drop them off somewhere.
Rebekah, I will pay you in coffee and cookies and cake and noodles.
You could have stopped at the coffee.
we when are you coming over? The 25th? We'll have to discuss this.
Yep.
How much did you love New Orleans?
It was I've never, the last time I was in New Orleans was just passing through like a day or 2 days before Katrina hit.
Okay.
So I don't really remember a whole lot of it from before.
Really? I was there then.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I was like, I wonder if we ever actually, walked by each other and didn't have some weird deja vu feeling or something, looked into each other's eyes. Nothing.
Rebekah was stalking us before she even knew us.
I told you Lexington I was stalking. But I was in Lexington too, remember?
I know.
And Richmond and Winchester and Louisville and Cincinnati, and I move a lot, folks.
Lilian, did you guys get to explore New Orleans much outside of the con?
Not a whole lot. We ate out once. But again, like the kids were just exhausted. We were exhausted too. I mean,
because that's like 16-hour days usually for cons, right?
Yeah. And I mean,
craziness.
We did find a little local place there that, to try my first gumbo and jambalaya. So I'd never had it until then, which is amazing. And I need to find recipes now.
Oh, it's easy.
It was so good. Their food there was so good.
But you have to get the special seasoning because like a lot of the ones you find online. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now.
There was a whole mixture of words there, so I don't know who said what.
I'll teach Heidi.
I heard jambalaya is really good, really easy to make. I
can show you how to make jambalaya. All you have to do is, like Heidi was trying to say, I believe, is find the proper spices. Oh,
we have been approved to get into SuperCon in Raleigh. This just came in right
now. Awesome!
Josh is going to be excited.
Breaking news!
This is one we really wanted to get into. Like we talked to a couple, other authors that are doing, even better than we are, and we asked them about cons since we're just jumping into the, con scene this year, really. And this is one that they talk a lot about, that, if you're local, you need to get into SuperCon.
Man, I've been hanging out with cons for years.
I've never been to a con until last year.
You poor deprived child.
I know.
It's so adorable that you didn't catch that reference.
I did. I was waiting for anybody else to say it, but we let
Thank you, Amanda.
What did I miss? I miss these things all the time.
Rebekah and her affiliation with criminals.
Oh, con like that.
But I was thinking when you said, stop yelling at me. When you said that you bring your kids, I was just thinking how awesome that was. That like they get all this con exposure ready. Like I would have loved. I feel like my nerd heart was deprived as a child.
Which, I mean, we do love the local ones.
Battery an hour. Sorry.
The local ones are, I mean, they're really easy, and the kids are, of course, happy to come to those ones. They're a little smaller, so we can let them wander around without us being afraid of losing them. It's the bigger ones that is, I guess, a little more difficult because they don't like the road trip either, of going to the bigger ones.
Of course not. That's hard.
Yeah, and then it's just sort of like they have to stay by the table at all times, and I mean, we'll let them like run off to the bathroom, look around, a couple things. We got one of the boys walkie-talkies for Christmas, and so we used that at the last con, so they could wander around a little bit and check in every once in a while with the walkie-talkie, which was helpful. But I mean, we do definitely appreciate that we can actually take them to these cons because they get free into them. I think we've only had to pay for them to get into one, like once or twice, but they generally let them get in free. Even at the one in New Orleans, they gave us 2 free tickets for them because we were invited to be on panels. So they, I mean, I told them that, we got some kids coming with us too. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you free tickets. Just come, and hang out on the panel at least. Like, heck yes, I will take you on that.
For the local ones, if you want to get another free ticket, I'd be happy to walk the kids around.
Oh,
just saying.
We more things for us to talk about.
Especially as your kids get older, having them hand out like freebies and stuff when they're walking around.
Yeah.
Is a great way to drive traffic to your booths. And obviously, you have several that are too young for that, but about 10 or 12 is when people like eat it up and totally dig it. Now when my 16-year-old does it, people just kind of look at him like
veer away from him.
But he's still so excited about his mom being an author, so he's willing to do it despite the weird looks he gets. So, yeah,
I can't say our kids really care all that much.
My kids, well, both of them want to be authors now because of me, so that makes me feel
something
right. I'm doing
I love that. My son came in here last night and he sat down because he wanted to tell me the idea of a plot that he had, and I was just blown away. Like, it was so fantastic. And I'm like, you need to go write this one down and flesh it out, because usually he'll come up with his little ideas and I put them in my Google Drive. Like, some of my short stories that I write come from ideas that he gives me, but I'm like, no, this one he's got it well thought out. And I just like you guys, I love that I have that influence, over him.
Okay, well, if you guys get to brag, I get to brag. I have been kind of mentoring my friend's daughter for a while now. She's been writing for years. But now her stories are good enough. I told her this one right here, we're going to sit down and we're going to work on it and we're going to get you published.
That is
awesome.
She has a fantasy worth publishing, and she came back about a month ago. She came to me and was like, hey, can I interview you for my school?
That's awesome.
Because it was a career day type thing, and they were supposed to find someone in the career they wanted. Mm-hmm. So she interviewed me for her career day. Then she was like, can I post links to your books? And I was like, not at school, sweetheart.
Nice try, though.
That's great. We used to have on our right side, I used to run a series called Raising Voices. And that's what it was focused on. It was all about young writers. And I featured writing from kids of our team, from kids of my friends. I received submissions online. And then I didn't have enough support to keep it going. But I love seeing kids get into really any art, because I just think art is so important. But especially writing, because that's, my favorite.
Well, I believe that, writing teaches you how to communicate more effectively.
Yeah.
It also breeds empathy, which is why I love.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, reading does that too, but reading lets you see into another person's mindset. Writing lets you actually experience it.
Mhm.
That's why I've absolutely, especially with my oldest, is on the autism spectrum, and so that has been a huge step for him in being able to work on his perspective taking.
Yep. Same thing with my daughter. Absolutely. I'd love to see us bring back Raising Voices in the future when we have the team to support it.
You know what would be cool? We should do an anthology that's just kids.
I would love that.
Kids stories. That would be awesome. And put it out to the community to reach out to children that they love and have them submit to it.
Yeah, I would love it, because that's where some of the submissions when I did Raising Voices, because it was a weekly feature on our right side, and it would be a poem or an essay or a short story, and I put out requests at my kids' schools, and then I put them online, and I had a backlog of requests that I had to send back because I didn't have, you know how I do. I get my plate, I fill it up,
Then you keep
and then I
adding.
fill it some more, and then I start dropping things. But yeah, I really love that feature. And
Or that she goes and talks to the birds.
yeah. And I think it's really great as a writing community for us to reach out to the kids and the younger generations and kind of, you know, encourage them to follow through with it.
Well, local libraries are actually a good place to source things like that.
Yeah, and I'll be doing a presentation at my daughter goes to an alternative high school because she used to be bad, but she's not anymore. That's our explanation. And I'm actually going to be doing a presentation for their English department on writing and publishing and all this fun stuff. Might be a good source to get some submissions from.
Well, I was thinking about being mean and kind of, volunteering Lilian to go in and talk to my kids' schools.
Why would that be mean?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Because I was just going to volunteer you.
I wasn't going to ask your permission. She was just going to volunteer you, and then
It was late at night. I was talking with Brianna, and she was like, "Well, do you know any authors who can come in?" And
well, I'm
like,
here.
Well, it was the next day.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how teenagers plan these things. She's like, "Well, could you come in tomorrow?" And I was like, No, I can't. Well, do you know any other local authors? And I'm like, "Sweetheart, it's 11:30 at night." I even poked to see if you were online. You were not. I was like, that'd just be way too mean.
I'm the only one that does that, though.
I'm sorry I was not there for you.
Well, also it was like, it would have been at like, I think it was 9:30 at the boarding. And it would be kind of a hike for you. And I'm like, I don't know what her schedule is. I'm not just going to like give a name because I know Brianna. She'd be, walking into the school going, "We've got an author coming in. Her name is..." She'd tell everyone, before it was even like settled, and she'd have her teacher waiting. And
is Brianna the one that got the dragon egg?
No. Carmen is the one who got the dragon egg.
Was it well received?
It was.
Yay.
However, she's definitely related to me. She kept flipping it over and looking for the seam and trying to get it to crack, and she was listening to it.
I actually had I got an email from another client that ordered one, and the email said, "Will this hatch on its own, or should I tap at it? I don't want to break it if I'm not supposed to." And then like 5 minutes later, I got another email that said, "Oh, never mind. I found the card in the bottom."
Wow.
Like, wait, guys, come on. It's art. Was the story card that convincing? I'm not sure. Do I need to
Apparently, yes, the story card is that convincing, because Carmen was reading it and staring at the egg and reading it and staring at the egg, and her eyes got all big, and then she got the "wait, I don't think I'm buying this" look that I have taught her so well.
That is adorable.
You guys know that game, 2 Facts and a Lie?
Yeah.
Or 2 Truths and a Lie? Yeah, I like to play that with the kids. I don't tell them we're playing, though.
My husband does that too. He once convinced my brother, an adult male, that Bix made coffins.
What?
And my brother is like the least skeptical person in the entire world. I mean, the most skeptical person in the entire world. And he managed to do it in a matter of hours. I was highly, highly impressed.
Wow. You guys know that...
He also convinced me multiple times that who's the guy from Dirty Dancing?
Patrick Swayze.
Yes, died several times before it actually happened. So much to the point where when he actually did die, I didn't believe my husband. I had to go look it up online, and then I was even more devastated because I thought he was lying to me again. So yeah, he likes to play that game a lot.
I have a friend I love dearly, but she has actually gone to see if the word gullible is in fact in the dictionary.
Well, you know, if you say gullible Willie slow, it sounds like orange. It's the other way around.
I've gotten her with that one too. Of course, now she's at the point where she doesn't believe a thing I say, and I'm like, no, really, this time I'm not actually just yanking your chain for the hell of it.
You've become the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the danger of that game.
Well, I like to believe that I give them the very obvious look every time. Brows up, staring at them. Okay, are you gonna fall for this one? Every time I tell a lie, it's a fun, blatant lie. You should catch on.
But you've got such a believable face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I can see it.
Well, you're probably really not making the expression that you think you are. Your sarcasm comes across as sincerity.
I have fine-tuned it so well.
I know that we are creeping up on over an hour.
On our hour.
Lilian, being our featured guest, do you have any upcoming news you wanted to share? Did you have any announcements you want to make? Anything you want to steal the spotlight that really was yours this past hour? We're just not really good at sharing it.
I felt very spotlighted throughout much of this. I've basically talked about anything I keep talking about all over my social media that I find important. My main thing right now that I'm trying to do is build my group where I will be sharing more detailed things about, things like how the map making process goes when you're working with a cartographer, or when you're working with commission pieces and things like that, and just sort of bringing your world to life for the readers. And I had it suggested a few times now, and I'm getting messages and stuff about building up a Patreon, which I don't know anything about. I never even considered that.
I know 2 women who are very good with Patreon. I wonder who those are.
And I believe
one woman. One woman who's very good with it, and the other one who's gotten really slack. I need to fix that.
Wait, am I the slacking one?
No, in this case, I'm the slacking one.
Are you
Yours
sure?
is awesome.
Because yesterday was my short story date, and I'm still working on it today. So
I haven't posted to my Patreon in 3 months.
Oh, the Dragon Cager's free for the next 5 days. Starting today.
Ooh, that's a good one. And they can find that on your website?
Yes, they should. I just redid my website, so let me double check this again. Yes, you go to books, and Dragon Cager. The link is not working because that's just how I roll.
You fit in.
On what platform is it free?
Amazon.
There we go. Everyone go check out Dragon Cager on Amazon by Lilian Oake. That's Oak with an E.
Yes.
So she's not that kind of angel. Oh, wait, no, that's Heidi. Sorry.
Wrong one. Nice try. Yeah,
don't use that for everything now.
Don't go stealing my line. But no, just so you guys know, in the description, we do have all of Lilian's connections, including her groups. So if you want to get in on those groups and see all the cool stuff that she's sharing, you can join her there.
Well, it's only one group, but we posted it twice.
Yes.
Oh, I did it 3 times. Oops, my bad. No, there's 2 different groups.
Well, I have the page and then the group.
Oh, no, I have the page and the group. That's what it is. Sorry, that's my bad. I'll fix that.
Yeah, I blame me for that. Don't worry.
And
Lilian, gave you that list.
I don't know what kind of favors you have to pull, but you could have your husband add you to the Patreon group that him and I and Heidi run, so that you could start learning from what we have going on there. None of us are experts, but we just kind of learn from each other and support each other. Yeah, your husband's an admin of that group if you want in.
I will talk to him about that. He's listening in the shadows. He knows this.
The shadow knows.
Josh in the shadows? No.
Does he have that that hood on? What is that? The game.
The Assassin's Creed did?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that hood. Oh my god.
Yeah, he just wears that around the house, you know?
I totally can see that. I have a bunch of cosplayers in my house. I relate.
Ah, I have a bird on my head. Hi.
You should be used to that.
No, he's never done that before.
We have hoods. Same thing.
He just flew off the cage onto my head.
They both have beaks.
Yes.
Thank God I have nothing on my head right now.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm now looking around for a flying cat or something.
Speaking
This
of
kitten, man,
games and such, do any of you play games to either get a break from reading and writing or as inspiration?
I play Diablo.
I just started playing The Witcher.
Ooh.
I love it.
I've heard of that. My friend plays it.
I love it.
I don't have that much time.
No, but that's what's great about it. But this is why I love it. It has so many cutscenes that are just like story. So I just take my laptop and I set up out in my living room, and I can literally work through like the 45-minute cutscenes and then play for like 15 minutes, and then it's like another 45-minute cutscene.
Yeah, that would annoy me.
No, I love it because it doesn't keep me, because I'm the kind of gamer that I get a new game and I forget like about real life, and I'll play for a week straight and not cook or clean or work or anything. So it's really good. It helps me strike a balance.
Yeah, that's why I avoid games, and anytime we've done any sort of gaming in the house was often Josh playing Skyrim and me watching.
That's how I roll too, Lil. My husband will play video games. We call it parallel play. He plays video games and I write, and sometimes I get inspiration from what he's playing, which is
that's funny. That's what my husband and I do.
That's where
I'll actually walk up to him and be like, "Hey, can you you need to play this game to entertain me,
Isn't it nice? Like nice. I don't know what the descriptive word is, but because our generation, we grew up gaming, so as a kid, I can't think of anybody whose dad played video games. Like that was a kid thing.
Mine did. And
I didn't know anybody who did, but it's normal now. You know what I mean? Adults game. All of my, my kids, we game, and it's normal to them.
Mm-hmm.
If my mom had played video games when I was a kid, I think it would have freaked me out. Although she did collect comic books. That freaked me out a little bit. But
that's actually the best place where my husband bonds with our kids is when they're playing video games together.
Yeah, that's how it started with me. My oldest son is going to be 20 this year, and I bought him his first PlayStation for his 5th birthday. And the first game I bought him was Grand Theft Auto. And I got so much slack for it because I'm a helicopter parent, but I'm not a restrictive. Like I let them watch whatever, play whatever, and I never bought into the whole they're going to be.
I watch my kids as they be bad. Yep.
Uh-huh. But I mean, like we talked about everything in the game. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I just let him go with it. And people would be like,
which is where the issue comes up. Yeah.
Right. He's going to be
and that's where
blah blah blah. And if you know my son, you know that he's a high achieving U.S. airman now. So that whole video game ruins people theory doesn't fly here.
Yeah.
Okay, every time you mention that your son's the Air Force, I want to make Air Force jokes, right?
I know. It makes it more fun for me. But if it's any consolation, then my other son's going in the Navy, so that, strikes a balance, right?
Yeah, the fights are gonna be epic. So will the insults. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my daughter was thinking about Army because they're doing medical waivers now, and with her issues, which are not a secret to the internet because that's how we introduced ourselves to the internet 10 years ago, actually prohibits her from being eligible for service. But she's always wanted to, so that's a possibility, but I'm not pushing her.
I'm not gonna lie, getting the medical waiver to get into the Army sets you up for pain.
See, and that's why I don't want to. She's talked about it a lot. She wants to do it. I never like.
It's gonna be rough on her.
Yeah, I never like.
Is she the one that's on the? Is she the one that's on the autism spectrum?
Yes.
Okay, so when she goes in, she needs to let them know that she's interested in admin.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of U.S. Army jobs where you don't have to be trained to go to war. You don't have to be on the battlefield. And those are the ones that they're taking special medical waivers for because there's a lot of administrative work that needs to be done. Right. And that's
and mechanics
looking at the same thing.
Yeah, but she's still got some time. Like I said, I wouldn't discourage her because I don't believe in discouraging my kids from whatever it is they want to do. But I'm not pushing her as hard in that direction as I pushed the boys with what they wanted. And she's got other interests too that I think will, in the long run, be more fitting to her personality. So I'd rather her go to cosmetology school because I think that would feed her creative side more. And I think she'd be happier doing that in the long run. But I'm just a mom, so what do I know?
Well, if you ever want someone to talk to about getting into that career path, my husband, he's Navy, but he is a career counselor, and my cousin is Army, and he knows a lot about it too.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I actually have people in every field, in every branch of the military.
I'm
except
starting to think
Marines.
this is like, I don't know, what would it be? CIA? Some kind of secret agent? She knows somebody everywhere. She knows our history, our past before we knew it.
You do know that you have to pass a background and psych check to get the TS clearance, right? In order to get into the CIA?
I think you're trying to use reverse psychology on me now.
If you say orange really slow. Okay, we are now well over. It is 1:13. Do we want to end it or do we want to just keep chit-chatting? Because honest to God, guys, that giant squirrel is back and I didn't know what the hell it was because for some reason part of it is dyed blue.
I clearly have missed something.
I have a giant squirrel.
We get off track really bad. I just realized that we were supposed to be talking about Adam Dreece's Yellowhood series. That'll be next month.
The funny thing is, I actually told Lilian earlier today, oh, don't worry. When we have guests on and they're authors, we don't make them be on and just talk about their book and work nonstop.
Oops.
And then Amanda's like,
other stuff too. I mean,
it's true.
Oh, I know. I've heard you guys' other stuff. I know how you roll.
Yeah, we usually insult Josh.
We're wandering souls. We do not insult Josh. Sometimes.
Well, I do. It's just under my breath.
Mostly we talk good about him, though.
I only insult him when I'm actually actively reading.
You know, ironically, I think he's actually come up every single episode.
I think so.
Almost creepy. You know, Andy comes up a lot too, though. So, and Joe, we have a lot of fan favorites that we follow and talk about a lot.
Yep,
we're bad.
We talk about ourselves a lot too.
But that's why we're book geeks. We're book geeks.
Exactly.
Over focus on certain things.
I was actually thinking it'd be nice this time since Lilian's on and not like talking about Josh. But holy crap, his new book is out. It's coming out.
Oh my gosh, we're having issues with freaking Amazon.
Oh,
and
my
everything.
God, that broke my heart.
They don't know what happened. They still keep sending him messages like, we're still trying to figure this out. We're going to send you to the next person. We don't know what happened. We're going to send you to the next person. It's ridiculous.
I
Well, he just needs to like let all us fans know if we need to replace our pre-orders.
Yeah.
And let us just go buy it from your website. That works.
He will. I mean, he'll make that announcement once he gets some information.
Well, obviously.
So, I mean, we're still just sort of.
I like Heidi's idea. I'm just gonna go to his website and buy it, I guess. Well, I mean, if it doesn't get fixed,
then you'll get.
I need that second book. I need it.
And even if it, I mean, worst case scenario, we get double charged for the pre-order and for the book that we order from the website. It's not like he charges that much for his books anyway.
True.
This is true.
Of course, I always get the signed copies. Because, 10 years from now, when R.A. Salvatore's walking up asking him for an autograph and he becomes really big, I want to be like, I've got first edition.
There you go.
It's going to be me.
Because, again, we're beautiful book geeks. We can't help ourselves.
Well,
I also have another signed one from one of my other favorite authors.
At
the same time.
You know who does great book signatures? Have you ever got anything from JD Estrada?
No, I have not gotten a single physical copy from JD.
Fantastic. He writes like a whole little letter in the cover with his signature. The most beautiful handwriting. Yeah.
Mine is like that really too.
Handwriting.
Oh, the husband stole the book. I just reached back to grab Nahtai and it's gone.
I did the same thing before we started here today. I had it on my desk earlier. Yeah, it got snatched.
But he walked out of here with Dine Day Art too.
Well, I still have like a box of each book downstairs, so I'm gonna have to order new ones for the next few cons.
Oh yeah,
you're not gonna wait for the new cover?
Oh no, I'm waiting for Nahtai. I still have a box which should cover us another 3 cons, maybe 4 cons or so. And then I mean, for the next 4 weeks, I think maybe I could get rid of this box and then I'd have the new one, the new cover coming out.
Joe says Christy Stratos wraps her books in wrapping paper before sending them out.
That sounds like something.
That does not surprise me at all. That seems like a very Christy move.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
Maybe we should talk about her next time.
We should have her on.
Well, yeah, that too.
Really yeah, she does great presentations over on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching her videos.
Yeah, she rocks it during Nano.
She rocks everything, though.
She really does.
Almost makes me a little bit jelly.
Yeah. You rock things too, Rebekah. Speaking of things you rock, I tried to order your cookbook, but I can't remember my Smashwords account information, so I'm going to have to try again today.
Like I said, if you get the cookbook, any of the recipes with curse words in the title, those are the really good ones.
Noted. I hate to be the one to cut things short and you guys can continue without me, but I need to go get my teenager out of bed because she has a job interview in 45 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta put the toddler to nap.
Josh?
He's had his nap already.
Actually, I have a husband home today as well since he worked all through the night last night. So I should probably go free him up from the pet sitting that he's doing right now.
Yeah, my kid's not going to be able to nap if she hears my voice in the next room, so.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, Lilian, did you want to say anything before we close out?
I think we covered it. I guess the only other thing that I'm doing is the Author 365 every day on Instagram.
Which is usually pretty funny.
Well, thank you. I'm trying. I tried to be less zombie-like last night, but I will do better. I just need to stop doing them at 10 p.m. That's my problem right there.
I kind of like it because you have that whole. You know what? No, people just need to watch it. I'm not gonna describe it. People need to watch it and watch her eyes as she's talking.
Oh boy. I'm going to have to go watch my eyes now as I was talking.
Your eyebrows are getting more expressive every month, I swear.
More Josh every month.
Exactly. The Josh brows are rubbing off.
I love the Josh brows. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
It's fun.
This has been, as usual, an awful lot of fun.
It really has been. I'm like this. I feel at least like I can, go on and be productive now that I had something new this morning. Afternoon.
Okay, Heidi, you want to take us out?
Actually, I wanted to share real quick for those who had fun with Joe last time. He and I are actually getting to meet this month. I'm so excited. He's based out of California, but he's going to be in Salt Lake for a really cool thing. And Sunday we will be doing a coffee date, basically, and hanging out. And I think we're doing Facebook Live.
Ooh.
Yep. You hear me doing a few Facebook Lives. That's what Joe said.
So yeah, so we're gonna play with that new feature where you can have two people on a Facebook Live together. So super excited about that. He's gonna have to teach me because I'm technically challenged. So, but yeah, that's that exciting thing. So, I will post the link to that in the Beautiful Book Geeks for those who want to check that out. And until next time, keep reading.
All right, Amanda?
I have been Amanda Mabry mostly this time. My migraine's now gone. So you can find out anything about me by visiting my website, authoralmabry.com. Everything's there. My writing, my Facebook, my Etsy shop, the whole 9 yards. I'm easy. Shut up, Rebecca.
You're just opening the gates.
Heidi did it too. Okay.
Wait,
All right,
did we do our sign off? Because I didn't hear her angel line, so I didn't say my scribe line.
I just went with the keep reading. They've got my links and it's on my channel, so I don't feel as obligated to do that because they know where to find me. But
do they know what kind of angel you are? Because that's really important.
Okay. I'll throw that out there. It makes me happy. So you guys can find me at HeidiAngell.com. That's with 2 L's because I'm not that kind of angel.
There you go. And for me, it's until next time, scribe happy and stay sassy. Rebecca?
And for me, as you can find me on Facebook or on my blogspot, Rebekah Jonesy. I just put out a cookbook. It's free for right now on Smashwords if you want to go snag that. And my little line is read well and prosper. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.